Hi guys, how are you doing guys? Welcome back to This is Felicia. Guys, so today I was just here chilling and I was bored. So I remembered my YouTube family. So guys, I have a story. I will be introducing these episodes of This is Felicia Storytime, or I will be calling them Storytime with Felicia. So guys, I have a story that runs way back in campus. So we were just chilling and I got to meet a friend of mine. Let me call her Lady X. So this Lady X was in love with a guy by the name. Let's name that guy Mark. Okay. So this Lady X who fell in love with Mark so much, but I never used to know Mark, so I could actually interact and catch up every time the lady goes out to meet Mark. So she could tell me good stories, good things about Mark. She could dress up for Mark every time they go out, maybe for fellowships or this and that. She could tell me, guys, I'm going to meet Mark. So I used to be so excited, but I never used to know who Mark was. But it was so interesting that every time she goes, she could ask me how she's looking and all that. So I knew that Mark should be a very important person to her. So guys, okay, let me now go. Okay, going forward, there's this day I was in the library just studying, and I met someone. I met someone. So that someone in the library, I was just struggling to find the internet cable, and that guy gave me the cable. But before giving me the cable, guys, there was we were just looking at each other, staring. I don't know, I was wondering why we staring at each other for so long. It was like there was some chemistry or something, but I was like, hey, this guy, he's looking at me so much, what's up? So I kept on. Also, I tried to look at him to see who exactly he was, but I didn't know him. So this guy, he came and assisted me with the cable, and he was like, "Don't worry, you can go with it. I'll get it later." So I was like, "Oh, this guy is so kind," because I think I had just came in to the library and he was about to leave or something. Okay, it was like a 10 minutes duration. So he left after like 5 minutes or so, and he told me that I could use it. Then we will catch up later so that you can have it. So I was so I studied and I said that, oh, it was kind of him to give me the internet cable, but I told him, no, you can go with it because I don't really know you. But he insisted, so me, I said it's okay. So he took my number because of the internet cable, nothing else. So guys, when okay, the following day I got a text like, okay, I need my internet cable because I need to use it. And I was like, okay, let me bring it to you. So I brought I took the internet cable to that guy. And even in that library, I asked him, okay, he told me his name. And his name was okay, I won't tell you the exact names, but let me call him John. So he told me his name was John, and I was like, okay, John, nice to meet you. So the following day, I took to him the cable at a car park somewhere around the hostels. So we just said hi, we catched up, and he was like, whoa, I think he had fallen in love with me, but I was not aware. I was so naive, guys. I used to be so naive. I couldn't read the signs. I couldn't know anything. I think sometimes if God doesn't want you to be with someone, he puts you in a position where you can't tell if you are in love or if that person loves you or not. So we could talk. We could talk. We were just sitting outside there at night and we were just talking. And I was so free and he was also so free. We talked. Then I went because some people were in the hall reading, studying, and we were just outside there. There was a car park there. So then I went back to my hostel. So from that day, we used to talk like crazy. He could call me, he could ask me out, he could take me to Swahili dishes in town. Because guys, this guy was a Costarian, okay? Just to give you a hint. Could call me those names Costarians call people were like, nimekupweza dadangu. I will go to Google and Google what kupweza is, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't know kupweza is I miss you or what. So we continue like that. Whenever I have a coffee, it's like, oh, unaweza tumia limau. I'm like, wow, these terms are getting good. Okay, so guys, going forward, we used to meet in town, hang up, but I never used to know someone was loving me, guys. I never used to know that. So this day, guys, I never used to know this guy is falling for me, and me, I was just there. I don't know what I was doing. So guys, there was this day we were in the hall. Okay, we were at a Christian union. We were in the Christian union, so it was on a Sunday. I was sitting with my lady ex-friend in the church. Okay, praise the Lord. Then John walks in the church, and I was like, okay, John, I can see you, baby. Then this lady was like, Felicia, look at Mark. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So all this time, Mark was John, and I never used to know that. So I was like, okay, what is this going? Where is this going to? Because this is my friend, and this guy is the same person that this lady loves so much. So the story changed, guys. So the next time we met with Mark, with John, but everything we were talking about was, no, what is your name? He was like, no, my name is John Mark. And I'm like, what? I wish he could have told me even Mark. But he told me his name was John, but the other lady knows him as Mark. And for me, I never went into details to ask the lady what was the second name. Of course, I'm just telling you John Mark because those are the two names. But for me, he told me the first name and the lady was referring to him with the second name. So guys, hey, I went back and he was like, no, I love you. I was like, no, someone else loves you, but not me. Okay, someone else, you are in love with someone else. And he was like, no, I have not let my intentions clear to anyone. And I was like, no, this can't be, because I don't want to lose my friend, and that is it. Guys, we continued. We were just talking, and I was always telling him, no, 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 no. I could ask him what his goals were in life, and he was like, I want to marry after 3 years. I want to do like, and so me, I was like, 3 years, those are so many years. How can you tell me you want to marry? If you really want to date me, maybe you can marry. I don't know why I used to feel like those 3 years were so much, but I never knew he loved me that much, or maybe I never knew I was in love with him. Okay, I don't know if you understand me. So guys, to cut the story short, yeah, there's this day I was dating someone. I was dating someone else. Then I was heartbroken. Then I went to him and I told him, hey, I'm heartbroken and whatnot. Then he started giving me a story of how someone also heartbroke him and what he did in that situation so that he can heal. And I was like, okay, I was interested to know how he healed. Then he told me, I called that person. I asked her out, and then I took a break from her, then I healed. Then I was like, who was that person? Then he's like, it was you. And I was like, what? When I was dating you, when? Guys, I was confused. I was like, is it me? Because I don't remember. Okay, I remember him calling me and telling me we meet, so we met and we hung out, and he told me how, I don't know, I don't even remember anything. It's so funny, guys. It's so funny how someone can be in love with you when you are not. Or maybe someone can love you so much, then you don't know if they love you. You don't know what you are even doing in that relationship, or you don't know what you are actually doing in life. So guys, to cut the story short, that was his advice, and that's when I knew we were dating with that guy without even my knowledge. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, so okay, another one. To cut the story short, I did my wedding in on 18th December, the same day he did his wedding. So, guys, the lesson of this story is sometimes we cannot even know when someone loves you. So it's good maybe if you are dating someone, you sit down and make your intentions clear, and also know what someone else wants. And number two, also don't betray your friends when it comes to dating life. Okay, if you know your friend loves that man, you need to let them know that, and don't betray them. Don't betray their feelings. Okay. So guys, see you in my next mini sort of story time with Felicia. This was good. If you feel like this story, you should see more of this, comment down below, because I will give you hot stories. And also I was thinking about giving you stories about my life growing up, and I think that's where we're heading. God bless you, and have a good one. Okay, enjoy your stay, enjoy your time wherever you are, and bye bye for now, guys. Okay, bye bye.